Slowly control the weight on the way down. Elbows tucked in towards the rib cage. Drive up. This exercise is called the bench press. Incredible muscle builder for the mid part of the chest. Now, what I'm gonna do before I even get into position is I'm gonna give my muscles, my chest muscles, a little bit of a tap, a little bit of love here, just to create that mind muscle connection. Another thing you can do is put your arms out just like this, squeeze those elbows together, feel that chest activate, or you could touch either pec and then just squeeze and feel the activation. You just wanna get that mind muscle connection. Feels like to activate the chest and squeeze those muscles together. Now let's get into position. So I'm seated on my bench, feet flat on the floor, legs nice and wide. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my shoulder blades down and back before I even lay down. So I'm tucking my shoulder blades down back into my back pockets. Now I lay down flat on the bench. Again, I tuck those shoulder blades into the bench. That's gonna push my chest out, keep my shoulders out of the movement. I go ahead, grab the handles on either side, bring them up, stacking my wrists over my elbows, over my shoulders in a nice, strong, neutral position. I'm still actively pulling my shoulder blades together into the bench, tucking them. That keeps my chest out. Weight goes on. Let it load. Slowly control the weight on the way down. Elbows tucked in towards the rib cage. Drive up. Squeeze those elbows together. Feel that chest activation. And repeat. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling into the diaphragm on the way down, keeping those elbows tucked in just slightly towards the rib cage to avoid the cable rub. One more, and the weight goes off. Now, a couple of common mistakes that people tend to make on this exercise. One common mistake people tend to make is rounding the shoulders, rolling them forward, and getting their shoulders involved too much in the movement. If you lay flat on the bench and you roll your shoulders forward, now my shoulders are rounded, they're forward, and they're gonna be really involved in the movement, and I'm gonna feel this exercise a lot in my front delt. You don't wanna do that. Pull those shoulder blades down and back, and keep those shoulders back tucked into the bench, and keep the chest out. The second mistake people tend to make on this exercise is moving a little bit too fast, not controlling on the way down. The eccentric or the negative portion of the rep is the most important, not only to stay safe and injury-free, but also to build muscle. So you wanna go nice, slow, and controlled, taking about 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, then driving, exploding on the way up. The next mistake people make is as they're pressing up, they're thinking about pushing the weight up instead of thinking about squeezing their elbows together. Instead of just driving the handles up, I want you to think about squeezing your elbows together in order to press the handles up. That's going to keep that contraction on the chest. And the next thing is bending at the wrists. Oftentimes people will bend their wrists back instead of keeping their wrists in a stacked neutral position. That's another mistake. And the last mistake people tend to make is flaring of their elbows, flaring their elbows out when they press. If you flare your elbows out when you press, that's going to, again, bring the shoulders in, and it's going to put you in a poor posture position to press. Stay in a strong position by keeping your hands here and then pulling those elbows in, almost as if you had a bar in your hand if you were trying to bend the bar. Tucking those elbows just in a little bit more closer towards the rib cage is going to put you in a strong, powerful position. And one last tip is as you lower the handles, I want you to lower them towards your nipples as opposed to lowering them to your upper chest. That's how you're going to get a fantastic, amazing, and incredible bench press. I'm Jackson Bloore from Action Jackson Fitness. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this one.